Hi guys, how are you doing today? If you're new here, my name is Daniela, and if you already a subscriber, thank you for coming back, and thank you everyone for practicing with me today. Get your mat and let's begin today's practice. Coming into your most comfortable cross-leg seated position, resting hands on the knees or thighs, closing down the eyes for a few breaths together with me. Inhaling long, deep, steady, gradually, and exhaling equally longer out, resting the shoulders on every exhale without collapsing in the lower body, in the lower back. And keep breathing this way for 4 more breaths with me. Inhaling long, exhaling out. If it's in your practice to practice Ujjayi, go ahead, bring Ujjayi breath in. Keep breathing. 2 more breaths together. And I also want to remind you to support your practice with the breathing all the time. 1 more breath here with me, inhaling long and exhaling out. Bring the hands at the heart in Namaste. Chant with me 3 ohms if you feel like. Otherwise, just listen to it or maybe chant it within. We will inhale to prepare and exhale to Om. Let's try on the next inhale. Again. And again. Slowly open your eyes, maybe with a smile, releasing the hands. Uncrossing back the legs, changing the cross of the shins. Keeping the sitting bones down, inhale, arms up, interlocking fingers above the head, turning the palms upside down. Keep the shoulders away from the ear, navel to spinal. Exhale to your right, gazing to the left, sitting bones equally down. Then gaze in front of you, inhale back to center, and exhale to the left, gazing to the right, sitting bones equally down. Inhaling back to center, gaze forward, exhale, release. Inhale again, changing the interlock of the fingers, turning the palms upside down. Inhale again to lengthen, exhale to the right once more. This time we hold for 3 breaths. Long neck before you gaze towards the left, knowing that you gaze there only if the neck, it's okay with it. Don't collapse the left shoulder forward. Keep the left sitting bone equally pressing down just like the right, softening the facial muscles. One last breath here. Then gaze in front of you and coming back to center on the inhale. On your exhale, moving to the left this time. Imagine you pressing the ceiling away from you. Keep the sitting bones equally down. Long neck before you gaze towards the right. Don't collapse the right shoulder forward. Relax in the pose. 1 more breath with me. And then gazing in front of you, inhaling back to center and exhaling, resting the hands again on the knees or thighs, just rolling shoulders for 2 times to the back and rolling shoulders to the front for another 2 more times. Inhaling again, arms up, exhaling, hands behind the back, interlocking again, stretching knuckles, arms down towards the ground, pressing the heart forward and up, not arching too much. Lift the arms only to your own limit using a belt if you cannot interlock. Holding here without collapsing forward or again arching too much in the back. Staying for 2 breaths. 1 more, long in always and long out. Releasing on the exhale. Changing the interlocks 1 more time of the fingers in the most unusual way. Stretching 1 more time. Knuckles, elbows down, heart forward and up. Inhale your arms up, and this time just moving left and right a few times. Making sure this is okay for you. Again, using a belt if you need it and you cannot interlock. Then come back to center and release. Inhale, arms up once more. Bend into your right elbow. Bring the right palm between the shoulder blades. And maybe stay here or release the left hand. Bring the left hand behind again into a bind. Pulling navel to spine and relaxing the shoulders. You can even hold onto your shirt if you don't have a belt. Holding here again, making sure you're not collapsing forward. One more breath. And on the inhale, bring the arms back up, bending left elbow. On the exhale, helping yourself with the right hand to bring the left palm between the shoulder blades, maybe staying there or release the right hand behind. Again, either holding your shirt or coming to a bind or using a belt. Holding for another 2 breaths here. Not collapsing forward. One more. And on the inhale, bring the arms back. On the exhale, releasing the hands down by the side. And then bring the hands in front of you. Press yourself to a tabletop, hands and knees. Bringing wrist under the shoulders. And bringing knees hip apart. Now step the feet to the back. Pulling navel to spinal. Hold your plank for 5 breaths. Making sure you spread the fingers. You're not collapsing into the hips. Making sure you are breathing. Just to activate the core a little bit. Stay for 4. Breathing long in and out. Supporting always the practice. One more. And then drop the knees down. Now we're going to move into a first down facing dog. Again, tuck the toes in. Pulling navel to spinal. Inhaling knees up. Exhale, press back. First downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Feel free to move the hips from side to side. Or bend the knees one at a time. Lengthening the upper body, sharpening the sitting bones back and up. Long neck, heavy head. Shake the head to yes and no. And maybe finding stillness in your downward facing dog. Keep pressing the mat away for 3 more breaths. 2. Beautiful. Take your time. Last one. And then exhale with control, controlling the landing, knees down, pulling navel to spine. Keeping the toes in, just press back to stretch for a moment. Then come forward again, moving forward, not collapsing into the shoulders. And we move in this motion forward and back a few times just to stretch a little bit more, warming up the wrist, stretching the upper leg, and opening the back of the feet. The soles of the feet. Here you go. Don't collapse in the shoulders when you come forward. Keep pressing the mat away from you. Last move. Forward and back. And then coming back to center. Toes are in. If they're not there yet, bring them back in. Inhale, knees up once more and press back. Downward facing dog. Now try to keep the feet and hands in one place and then just inhale yourself forward to a plank again, pulling navel to spinal, and on the exhale to press back to downward facing dog. We move like that for 3 more times. On the inhale, come forward, press the mat away from your navel to spinal, and on the exhale, press back downward facing dog. 2 more times, inhaling, coming forward, and on the exhale, press back. 1 more coming forward, and on the exhale, pressing back. Again, controlling the landing, knees down, and keeping toes in. Inhale to arch the back, chin up, gaze up, shoulders away from the ears. On your exhale, gaze down. Toes are still in, inhaling, knees up. Exhale, press back, downward facing down. 2 more like that. Slowly landing, knees down, on the exhale. Inhaling to arch, chin up, shoulders away from the ears, sitting bones up. Then gaze down, toes are still in. Lift the knees up on the inhale and exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Now keep the feet at the back, hip apart. Walk the hands to the back, 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 back. Bring the hands at the shins and inhale for a flat back, shoulders away from the ears, gaze in front of you. On your exhale, forward fold, and on your next inhale, rise, bringing the arms with you, maybe gazing up. And on your exhale, hands at the heart and down by the side. Keeping the feet hip apart, tailbone in. Inhale, rise again, gaze up. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale for a flat back, hands at the shins or all the way down on the mat if you can. Exhale, fold. And inhale to rise. Half Sun Salutation. Just one more. Exhaling, hands at the heart, down by the side. And last one, inhaling, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhaling for a flat back, hands down, no shins. Exhale, fold. And inhale to rise. Beautiful. Exhale, hands at the heart, down by the side. Now separate the feet as wide as the mat, bringing toes out, heels in. Inhale your arms up once more, tailbone in, gaze in front of you, and on your exhale, bend the knees, yogi squat, bring the hands in namaste at the heart, elbows inside your knees, not collapsing forward, holding our malasana yogi squat for 3 breaths. Feel free to move a little bit left and right before you hold the pose to find that sweet spot that will allow you to hold. Don't collapse forward, just relax in the shoulders. Keep inhaling upper body away from the lower body and stay for 2 more breaths. Exhaling. One more. And out. When you are ready, release your right hand outside your mat, pressing the mat away from you. Slightly resisting right upper arm against the right inner knee. Again, spreading right fingers. Inhale there. Exhale, left arm up. Follow the hand with the gaze. If the neck is okay with it. And then just for a breath, bring the left hand behind your back if it's available. And see if you can reach for your right inner thigh. Turn the left shoulder to the sky. Keep pressing the mat away from you with the right hand. And keep gazing towards the left shoulder. Again, as much as the neck, it's okay with it. Stay for one last breath here. Then extend the left arm back up to the ceiling and exhale, left hand in front and towards the center of your mat. Doing the same with the right. Bring both hands in front of you, pressing the mat away from you. Inhale here. On your exhale, round into the upper body. Bring the chin to chest, just opening the back, upper back a little bit. Inhale your gaze up. Walk the hands again back closer to you, and this time bring the left hand outside your mat, pressing the mat away from you, slightly resisting left upper arm against the left inner thigh, inner knee. Inhaling down, exhaling right arm up, following the hand with the gaze. Again, feel free to stay here, or if you feel like, bend into the right elbow, bring the right hand behind the back, trying to find for your left inner thigh. Keep that right shoulder rolled to the ceiling, to the sky. And again, gazing up towards the right shoulder, only as much as the neck. It's okay with it. One more breath here. And then extending the right arm back up and exhaling right hand inside at the center of your mat. Again, bringing left hand together, both at the center of the mat. Inhaling here, and on your exhale, press the mat away from you and round into the upper body just to open up a little bit more there. Then on your inhale, gaze up. Again, pressing the mat away from you. Stretch the legs up. Bring the feet parallel to each other. Inhaling again. And exhaling to walk the hands back to a downward facing dog. Press the sitting bones back and up. Lengthen the upper body. Spread the fingers on the mat. Long neck, heavy head. Stay for a breath. When you are ready, gaze at the top of the mat. Right foot steps in between, left to follow. Big toes to touch this time. Inhale for that flat back again. Hands can stay down or hands can come to the shins. Exhale, fold. And inhale to rise. Bring the arms with you. Tailbone in, shoulders away from the hips. Gaze up. Exhale, hands at the heart and down by the side. One Sun Salutation A to warm up a little bit more. Again, inhaling your arms up, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale for a flat back. Exhale, plant the palms down, right foot step back. Left to follow, plank. Take a chest down, elbows in. Inhale for a back bend of your choice. Upward facing dog or cobra. Exhaling, pressing back, downward facing dog. Just a breath. Remember to let go of tension. Stick your tongue out or open the mouth and just sigh it out. Gaze to the top, left foot steps in between, right to follow, big toes to touch. Inhaling for that flat back, exhaling to fold. Inhaling to rise all the way up, maybe gazing up, shoulders away from the ears. Exhaling, hands at the heart and down by the side. One more Sun Salutation A to warm up a little bit more. Again, inhale and exhale. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the palms down, left foot step back, right to follow plank, taking that chaturanga, elbows in, and then inhaling for a back bend of your choice. Exhaling, downward facing dog, beautiful, side it out. Stay for 2 breaths this time. Beautiful, long in, long out. And when you are ready, right foot steps in between the hands, left knee drops down. On your inhale, rise up for your low lunge, just for a breath. On your exhale, frame your right foot, left toes in, extend the left leg, and then step back again for that plank. Exhaling, chaturanga. Inhaling, back bend of your choice. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Left side, inhale, gaze at the top. Left foot steps in between. Right knee drops down. Inhale to rise. Exhale, framing left foot. Tuck the right toes in if they are not there yet. Extend the right leg to the back and step the left foot for a plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhaling, back bend. And exhaling, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take your time. Always breathing in, breathing out. And when you are ready, again, dropping the knees down, coming to that tabletop position. Make sure you have quite some mat in front of you, keeping the hips high, knees under the hips. Walk the hands forward and slightly turning the fingers towards the edges of your mat. And on your exhale, drop either a chin down or forehead down, staying for a few breaths here in your puppy pose. Make sure you are relaxed at the peace. Keep breathing. Taking 2 more breaths. One more. And then slowly pressing the mat away from you. Press yourself up. Walk the hands back underneath your shoulders, wrist underneath your shoulders. Still spreading fingers, moving back to a downward facing dog. Toes in. Navel to spinal. And exhale, press back. Beautiful. Take your time. When you are ready, gaze at the top of the mat. Right foot steps in between again. Keep the feet hip apart. This time, keep the left knee extended. Don't drop the left knee down. And on your inhale, rising up for your lunge. Take a breath here. Turning right outer hip back, left outer hip to the front. Shoulders are away from the ears. Moving into warrior 2 on your next exhale. Stepping left foot sideways. Arch of the left foot in line with the right heel. Gaze towards the right. And once more, see if you can bring your left hand behind the back, reaching for your right inner thigh. Turning the right palm to the sky. And reverse your warrior without collapsing the right shoulder forward, and maybe gazing up towards the right elbow for just 2 breaths. Make sure you are breathing. Then gaze in front of you. Inhale, keeping the bind and keeping the right palm to face the sky. Push through the right heel. Extend the right leg. And exhale again to reverse your triangle. Again, gazing up towards the right elbow if the neck is okay with it. Just one more breath. And then gazing in front of you, coming back to that warrior 2. And exhaling, right hand inside your right inner foot. Slightly resisting once again. Right upper arm against the right knee. Keeping the bind if you can. Turn the left shoulder to the sky. Inhaling long and maybe exhaling towards the left. Press the mat away from you with the right hand. Don't collapse in the right shoulder. One more breath here. Take your time. And then when you're ready, gazing in front of you, inhaling your left arm out from the bind, exhaling, framing right foot, flipping the back heel up, stepping back to plank, taking that vinyasa. Exhale, inhale, back bend, and exhale, downward facing dog. Sign it out. Take a breath here or few more before moving on the left side. When you are ready, left foot on the inhale steps in between the hands, right heel stays up, bend the front knee, and on the inhale, rise, keeping tailbone in, shoulders away from the ears, left outer hip rolling to the back, right outer hip to the front, relaxing facial muscles before moving into a warrior two. Inhaling here, exhaling, right foot stepping sideways, arms parallel to the ground, left heel in line with the arch of the right foot. Gaze towards the left. And again, bringing right hand behind the back. See if you can reach for your left inner thigh. Flip the left palm upside down and then reverse your warrior. Gazing to the left without collapsing left shoulder forward. Just for 2 breaths. Nothing changes in the legs. Left knee still bent. Left toes, left heel inside, outside of the foot pressing down. Then gaze in front of you. Come back to that bind warrior, keeping the left palm still facing the sky. And pushing through the left heel, extend the left leg. Again, exhale, left arm above the left ear. Reversing your triangle, again, without collapsing forward. Gazing towards the left elbow. If the neck, it's okay with it. Then gaze in front of you, coming back to that warrior. And this time exhaling left heel inside your left foot. Turning the right shoulder to the sky again, slightly resisting left knee against the left upper arm. Keeping the bind if you can. And then gazing towards the right shoulder. Keep turning right shoulder to the back, left shoulder to the front. Breathing in the pose. One more breath here. And then inhaling the right arm outside the bind, releasing. And on your exhale, frame the left foot. Flipping the back heel up, runner's lunge, and then stepping back, taking that vinyasa. Or you can always skip it. Just wait in downward facing dog. But if you're ready, let's go. Exhale. Inhale, back bend. And exhale. Side it out, downward facing dog. Let's repeat this flow one more time, adding a little bit more to it. When you are ready, gaze towards the top. Right foot steps in between. Left heel stays up, bend the front knee, rise on the inhale. Beautiful. On your exhale, warrior two, step the left foot sideways, gaze to the right. Left hand comes behind the back, finding that half bind, flipping the right palm upside down, and reverse your warrior, gazing to the right. Then coming back to that warrior, still keeping the palm to face the sky, right palm to face the sky, pushing through the right heel, extend the right leg, and reverse again the triangle this time, gazing again to the right. Gaze in front of you, come back to warrior two with the bind, exhaling, right hand inside your right foot. Turn the left shoulder to the sky, press the mat away from you with the right hand, don't collapse there. Gaze to the left for 3 breaths here. 2. One more. And then again, gazing in front of you, inhale your left arm up, bring it out of the bind. Push through the right heel, extend the right leg and shorten the distance in between the feet. Stepping the left foot slightly closer, preparing yourself for Utthita Trikonasana, triangle pose. Turning left shoulder again to the sky, long neck before you gaze up. Or if you cannot, just gaze in front of you. Stay for just a breath. Support yourself in the practice. Then gazing in front of you for a moment. Then gaze down at your right toes, bend again the right knee, and bring your right hand, spider hand, outside your right pinky toe. Inhaling your left leg high, flexing the toes, pointing the toes towards you, gazing down if you need balance, or maybe just for a breath, you might gaze up towards your left hand. Breathing, or just in front of you, Ardha Chandrasana. Stay for one more breath. Make sure you are breathing. Then slowly soft bending right knee, gaze back down, and step the left foot back from where you came, sliding the right hand back inside your right foot, extending right leg back to Utthita Trikonasana, gazing up for one more breath if the neck is okay with it. Beautiful, gazing in front of you, and then exhaling, framing right foot, flip the back heel up and step back to a plank, bringing the feet together. Turn yourself onto the outer edge of the left foot, left hand, inhaling your right arm up. Now you can stay here for a breath in Vajisthasana, or you can bend the right knee, the top knee, step it behind you, and come into a wild thing for 2 breaths. Press the mat away from you. Don't collapse in the hips. Gaze soft. Relaxing the pose. And then slowly coming back up. Exhaling, right hand back down. Coming into a plank. Taking a vinyasa or not. Exhale. Inhale, back bend. And downward facing dog. Ooh, beautiful. Take a moment before moving on the left side. Maybe move the hips from side to side. Long neck, shake the head to yes and no, heavy head. And then from here, gaze at the top, left foot steps in between. Keep the front knee bent. Inhale, rise for a lunge, tailbone in, left outer hip rolls to the back, right outer hip to the front, kicking through the back heel. Just a breath here before moving into our warrior 2, Virabhadasana 2. Inhaling, exhaling, right foot sideways. Arch of the back foot in line with the left heel, gaze to the left. And when you're ready, bring the right hand behind the back. Find your left inner thigh. Flip the left palm upside down. Reverse your warrior, gazing to the left. If the neck, it's okay. Gazing in front of you, come back to warrior, keeping the bind. Push to the left heel, extend the left leg, and exhale again. Reverse your triangle. Gazing up towards the left, if okay. Then gazing in front of you, bending left knee once more. Exhaling, left hand again inside your left foot. Turn the right shoulder to the sky once more. Slightly resisting left upper arm against the left knee. Gazing to the right. Just breathing. Staying for 2 breaths here. One more. And then gazing in front of you. Inhaling right arm out, away from the bind. Pushing through the left heel. Extend the left leg and maybe shorten the distance in between the feet. Stepping right foot tiny bit closer. Now press the mat away from you. Bring the shoulders in one line. So step the left wrist underneath the left shoulder if it is not there yet. Turning right shoulder to the sky. Long neck before you gaze up. Utthita Trikonasana. Soften the facial muscles. Maybe bring a smile on the face, enjoying the practice. One more breath here. Then gaze in front of you if you are gazing up. Take a moment and then gaze down at your left toes. Bend again the left knee. Step your left spider hand, or if you're using the block, step the block outside your left pinky. And then press yourself, oof, I'm bubbly here. Press yourself up onto the left foot. Now adjust the hand before you hold your Ardha Chandrasana, pressing left toes, left heel inside, outside of the foot into the ground. Keep the right shoulder to the sky. Flex the right toes, pointing them towards you. Gaze down if you think you need balance, or maybe just for a breath. You can try to gaze up or in front of you, kicking through that right heel. Just one more breath here, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Then slowly gazing back down, soft bending left knee, step the right foot back from where you came, left hand steps back inside your left foot, extend the left leg, and come back to a Trikonasana, gazing up for just a breath. Then gaze in front of you if you're gazing up. Exhaling, framing left foot, flipping back heel up and stepping back to that plank again, feet together. This time you shift the weight onto the right hand, right outer edge of the foot, inhaling your left arm up, holding your Vajrasana, or bending left knee, stepping left foot behind and coming for a wild thing just for 2 breaths. Flipping maybe the heart up to the sky, pressing the mat away from you with the right hand, not collapsing in the hips. One more breath. And then slowly come back to a plank on the mat, taking a vinyasa or not. Exhale. Inhale, back bend. And exhale. Side out, downward facing dog. Beautiful. With deep breath. Keep lengthening the upper body, spread the fingers, sharpen sitting bones. Always checking the neck, checking the breath. And when you're ready, gaze at the top. Right foot steps in between, left to follow, big toes to touch. Inhale for that flat back and exhale to fold. On your next inhale, bend the knees, sit into a chair, arms up, Uttanasana, squeezing the legs together to become one. Make sure tailbone is in, shoulders away from the ears, and you can see your toes. Just for a breath. And then on your exhale, forward fold. Right foot stays, left foot step back. Big step. Drop the left heel down, bend the front knee, prepare for warrior one. Inhaling your arms up, hips are in one line. Turn the right outer hip back, left outer hip to the front. Breathing for just a breath here, long and steady. In and long and steady out. Now bring the hands at the heart. Flip the back heel up and drop the left knee down. Bring your left elbow outside the right knee, scooping in, scooping in, scooping in. Now either you bring the hands back at the heart in Namaste, turning right shoulder to the back, left shoulder to the front, gaze to the right shoulder and stay. Or you release the left hand underneath your right hamstring and maybe the right hand behind for a bind again. Turning right shoulder to the ceiling. And again, keep the left toes in, maybe to have a better balance. Make sure to inhale long away from the lower back before you do this. And gaze to the right shoulder. Just for 2 breaths. One more. And then slowly gazing back in front of you, releasing the bind. Or if the hands are at the heart, either way, inhale yourself back up to a lunge. And then exhale. Frame the right foot. Tack the left toes in, extend the left leg, and then step the left foot, back foot forward, big toes to touch. Exhale and fold. And inhale back to a chair, arms up, tailbone in, bend the knees, holding your chair for 3 breaths. Keep the tailbone in, make sure you can see your toes. Relax the shoulders. 2. 1 last. And then exhale to fold. Inhale halfway up, left foot stays. Right foot, big step, step back, step back, step back. Drop the back heel down, right heel down, bend the left knee. Keep the hips in one line, warrior one on the inhale. Left outer hip turn back, right outer hip to the front, shoulders relaxed. Toes, left heel inside, outside of the foot, pressing down. Just 2 more breaths here. 1 more. And then flipping the back heel up, step the right knee down and bring the hands at the heart. Now bring the right elbow outside the left knee. Inhale long away from the lower back before you go into twist. Again, bring the hands at the heart, press them against each other, turning left shoulder to the back, right shoulder to the front, making sure again this is not hurting lower back. And stay gazing to the left or in front of you. Or maybe you can release the right hand underneath your left hamstring this time, left hand behind the back and coming for a bind. Keep turning left shoulder to the back, right shoulder to the front. Keep the back toes in, right toes in, gazing in front of you. Or for 2 breaths, gazing towards the left shoulder. Relax the facial muscles, softening yourself in the pose. One more. And then releasing the bind or the hands from Namaste. And inhale yourself forward to a lunge, and then exhale to frame the left foot. Tuck the back toes in, extend the right leg, and this time step back to a plank. Again, taking a Vinyasa. Exhale, and inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. 2 breaths here. Check the breath. Neck, shoulders relaxed. And then exhale, knees down. Both of your knees coming forward, crossing the legs at the shins and sit behind you. Extend the legs in front of you for a moment. Then come forward on your mat without collapsing and dropping. Lean back and bring the legs above for a plow. Now either you hold your plow here, interlocking fingers and keeping the arms down on the mat. Either way, hips high. Or you release the hands and bring the peace finger around the big toes. Staying here. Again, not hurting the neck, just breathing. Staying for 3 breaths. 2. 1 more. And then slowly, if you're holding your big toe with the peace finger, you're going to roll yourself down on the mat, still holding the toes and coming, extending the legs in front of you, still holding big toes, peace finger around the big toes, and not collapsing in the lower back. Remove any roundness if it's there. Staying for just 2 breaths. Then keep the legs extended, just release the arms by the side. Again, don't collapse in the lower body. Breathe here for 2. 1 more. And then slowly dropping the feet down. And open the feet, turning sideways on the mat. Open the feet wide. Rolling outer hips to the inner hips. Now, if you have any pain under the knees, just either bring the legs closer or soft bending knees. Inhale long away from the lower back, and on your exhale, walk the hands in front of you, and again, either bring the chin down or forehead down on the mat. And if any of this is not available, just hold as much as it's available to you. Relaxing facial muscles. 5 breaths here. 4, 3, 2, last one. Then head up on the inhale, walk the hands back towards you. One more time, bring the feet closer, bending right knee, catch onto your right big toe, hold, then bend the left knee, peace finger around the left big toe. Now you can try here again to extend either one leg at a time out, maybe the right first and then the left, or maybe you can try both of them extending sides. Again, removing any roundness from the upper body. Relax, shoulders relax, facial muscles relax. Stay for 2 breaths. One more. And then slowly dropping one foot at a time down without collapsing, bending knees, soles of the feet are coming together. Still holding peace finger around the big toe. Walk yourself closer towards the heels. Inhale and then exhale. Lower arms inside your inner thighs, fold. Relaxing the shoulders. Keep inhaling long away from the lower back and keep the sitting bones down. 2 breaths here again. And maybe 2 more staying here, or releasing the hands, walking the hands back again in front of you. Still holding the knees bent for your butterfly. Still relaxing the pose. Last 2 breaths here. One more. And then head up on the inhale. On your exhale, walk the hands back towards you. Bring the feet down on the mat. Turn again on your mat to face the front of the mat. Extending the legs in front of you, keeping the legs together. Bring the hands behind you, just an inch behind your butt. Now, fingers are pointing forward. On your next inhale, you're pressing the mat away from you, pointing the toes to the front of the mat. You inhale, hips high, squeezing glutes at the top, maybe gazing at your navel or gazing at the sky. Purvottanasana for 3 breaths. Now try your best to not collapse in the shoulders, squeezing glutes, abdominal, and pointing toes towards the front of your mat. Just for 2 more breaths here. One more. And then slowly you release Purvottanasana and cross the legs in front of you, right leg in front of the left, inhaling arms up again, and on your exhale, twist to the right, left hand, right knee, right hand behind you, gaze towards the right shoulder, only as much as the neck, it's okay with it. Again, making sure lower back is not hurting right now. So again, every inhale, lengthen away from the lower back. One more breath here. Then inhale again and exhale back to center, changing the cross of the legs, left leg in front of the right. Inhaling neutral spinal. On your exhale, turn towards your left, left hand behind, right hand on the left knee. Inhale long before you twist. Remember, you're twisting from the shoulders, you're not hurting lower back. Take 3 breaths on this side as well. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. One more. Then inhale long again. And on your exhale, come back to center. Standing legs in front of you one more time. Pointing toes forward and back a few times. And then cross again. In your most comfortable cross leg, bringing any leg that you feel comfortable in front, left or right. Moving into a short breathing exercise. Take a moment here, maybe closing the eyes, coming to soften yourself, making sure in the pranayama exercise you're not tensing facial muscles too much, and you're not forcing, never forcing anything, knowing that the more you practice, the things getting better. Let's just do Ujjayi today with the inner retention. Again, I want to remind you that you can extend this pranayama practice. Now soften yourself for a moment. Remember, you only have to change the pattern of the breathing, creating that hissing sound in the throat area. The sound is audible just for you, not for your neighbors, not for the entire neighborhood. We will inhale, hold the breath, and exhale a little bit longer than the inhalation if it's available. When you are ready, let's try. Inhale with me, holding the breath. And then exhale. And Empty the lungs completely. Again, inhale. Holding the breath. Exhale. Again, inhale. Holding the breath. Exhale. Five more together. Inhale. Holding the breath. Slowly, steady, gradually exhale. Empty the lungs. Again, inhale. Hold. Exhale. Three more. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Last two. Hold. Exhale. Last one. Inhaling long. Holding the breath. And exhale. Beautiful. If your eyes are closed, slowly open them up. Lean back on your mat without collapsing. Dropping. Hug the knees into the chest. Head down, neck down, and just rock yourself from side to side for a moment. Finding stillness. Keep the knees bent, arms out, letter T. Both knees to the right. Elbow, optional right hand comes on top of the knees, gaze up to the sky, or if the neck it's okay with it, go gaze to the left. Relax the shoulders in your final twist. One more breath here. Then bring the gaze back to center, bring the knees back to chest, extend the right arm back out, letter T, dropping both knees to the left. Left hand can come on top of the knees, gazing up, or if the neck it's okay with it, gaze to the right. Just a few breaths here again, relaxing the shoulders. Take your time, be at peace. Relax completely. One more breath. Gaze back up, knees back up. Hug the knees once more into the chest. Inhaling, exhaling, forehead to the knees. On your exhale, extend everything out. Take a Shavasana. Stay here as long as you feel comfortable. Letting go of tension. Finding that sweet spot that allows you to relax completely for a very well-deserved resting pose. When you are ready, regular toes, fingers. Move the head from side to side. Extend the arms above the head. Bring the feet and legs together. Give yourself a nice stretch. Bending knees. Turn to your right side. Make a pillow of your right upper arm and bring the left hand in front of you. Then slowly press yourself back up into a cross-legged seated position. Bring the hands at the heart in Namaste. Always in gratitude. We'll end the class here. 1 Om and 3 Shantis. Before we do that, I want to thank you so much for practicing with me today. And thank to yourself always for being who you are and showing on the mat. Let's now chant on the next inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. The divine light within me, honor the divine light within. Namaste. And before you leave, I have an oracle card to read for you. The card I draw today is Ahimsa, and the message is as follows. Ahimsa, it means non-violence. It's time to be a little nicer to yourself. Ahimsa, non-violence, is often practiced by yogis when it comes to others. But what about non-violence towards ourselves? As the Buddha says, the thought manifests as the word manifests as the deed develops into habit, and habit hardens into character. So watch the thought and its ways with care, and let it spring from love born out of concern for all beings. As the shadow follows the body, as we think, so we become. The way we speak to ourselves becomes the way we speak to others and the reality we reside in. Catch yourself when a self-defeating thought comes to mind. Would you say this to your child, your best friend, or anyone for the matter? Honor yourself in the same. So love yourself first, and then when we are respectful and loving towards ourselves, then we have enough towards others around us, family and friends. Thank you so much again for practicing with me today. I wish you a beautiful, beautiful day or evening. I'll see you in next class. Namaste.